broadcasting to viewers in Liberia and across the globe. Hello and welcome to KMTV News Update. My name is Anthony Kokoi. A team of authorities from the Gambian National Police have arrived in the country in an effort to consider the Liberian National Police as a case studied in strengthening their security sector. This comes barely days after Liberia was pronounced as one of the world's most peaceful nations among the top 60 countries in the world. Making welcome remarks on Monday at the headquarters of the Liberian National Police, Inspector General Patrick Sudu noted that a visit of the Gambian police is a plus to the security sector of the country. Meanwhile, the Inspector General of the Gambian National Police has hailed the LNP for the warm welcome and requested the continual partnership between the two countries. This, the Gambian IG noted, will increase capacity building among police officers. Monserrate County District 4 Representative Rostalin Dennis has described as witch hunt recent decision by the governor of Liberia to prevent the family of Representative Yege Kolba from leaving the country. According to the government through the Ministry of Information, it did not stop the family of Mr. Kolba from leaving the country on political reasons. Instead, immigration officers acted in keeping with the anti-human trafficking regulations. But this, Representative Dennis noted, was a violation of the rights of her colleague's wife and children. The Special Presidential Committee, headed by Liberia's Solicitor General Councilor Serena Cephas, has revealed plans to prosecute, retrieve money allegedly stolen by past government officials in the country. The Asset Investigation and Recovery and Execution Team appeared before the House Judiciary Committee on yesterday, where the councillor made a statement before the committee.
Our strategic plan, the first is to review and analyze all audit reports and subsequently categorize all auditees into groups. The exercise will determine the gravity of the discrepancy, whether same was deliberately committed to defraud the Liberian government of needed revenues, which will form the basis for possible indictment or criminal prosecution, or whether it was inadvertently committed and the economic injury sustained therefrom is not egregious enough to suggest criminality. That one approach. The auditees are then listed as persons of interest or institution of interest, and they will be formally extended letters of invitation to appear before the Asset Investigation, Restitution and Recovery Team, ARET, to respond to specific questions arising out of the audits. There will be no question, be no witch hunt. Every question that will be asked during the process of review and analyzation will be based on what the audit has found. As we speak, letters are being sent out. You will not hear about that. Today, at the end of the day, when the letters are distributed, the official spokesman of the team, who happens to be Councillor Gu, when they say ARET has started to work and distributed letters to persons of interest here and there, that will be done. Because some of the people that will be appearing will want to do so in confidence, and they want to make restitution without being exposed. So that's the procedure. So if we find, after the investigation and review process, and they find out that it's an indictable offense, you will be given the opportunity whether you want to make restitution or you want to go for prosecution.
Meanwhile, the chairman on the House's Judiciary Committee, Councillor Fonati Kofa, says the committee remains committed to the support against the fight against corruption, but stressed that the process be holistic and responsible. His statement was flanked by Representative Rostalin Dennis, who also called on the team to look into the infusion of the 25 million into the Liberian economy.
We support the fight, the responsible and competent fight against corruption. What you heard here today were several concerns. Number one, they want to make sure that there is no witch hunt, that there's an ongoing corruption of past and current investigation across all branches of government and in a professional way that you have described. And as long as you do that, I think you will find a willing committee that will fight with Honorable Kofi Adem to make sure your $2.1 million is secured in your budget to fight your corruption. I'm concerned that there appears not to be a coordination between you and the LACC. We are going to invite the LACC next week to see what is their role in the war on corruption and what is their view. To the extent that we have legislative powers that can manage to cure whatever the tension is, creative or otherwise, and then also bring to book quickly the issue of this corruption code, so that this issue we can finally nail it down in our country to where if we proceed in a manner in which it is indeed the institutions of government are deterrent. We admire the fight. We think the fight began some while back. We think you have raised it to a level that we appreciate, and we will continue to stay seize of this matter.
I would be happy to see this body functioning. Firstly, to begin with the 25 million. I was on Dennis. I said, and I believe, it is robbery in broad daylight. And the reason that I said that is that even in the house, we have not been allowed to openly attack that 25 million. And I said, if you check the 25 million, it's in link with the 16 billion. So if this arm can do that justice for the Liberian people and for us, because what is it, the core international expert came and we stay here documentation for which we missed that opportunity to give us transparency for the 25 million. The presidential team, PRT, right? They still have sticker issue in having evidence for the 25 million. So if you want us to believe you, you start and I will support you every day. As long as I got left and breath, I'm willing to fight and do something for corruption. But if you cannot start with the 25 million, as Chairman said, there are already corruption going on.
In away from Liberia, a South African former footballer Mark Bachelor has been shot dead near his home in Johannesburg. Bachelor played for Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, and Mamelodi Sundowns in South Africa. He was attacked by two men who were riding on motorbike, a police spokesman told South African Broadcasting Corporation. He was shot. He was about to drive in his premises and was shot several times, the police spokesman added. Well, those were the latest from our news center. Do join us at 8 p.m. tonight for more developments. Better still, you can visit our website at www.kmtvliberia.com for more news and information. Until then, my name is Anthony Kokoi. Good night. That's good afternoon, sorry.